Hello and welcome again to Ridgway's Workshop. In case some of you didn't know, this is actually a wood shop that I've been working on, and I'm a hobbyist at it. I'm not exactly a professional or if I had any schooling, but I have found an indispensable tool that I use pretty regularly when I put together things. Currently I'm working on an end table that's going to stand upright on a couple of legs. Just two legs with a base, and it's got a top so it'll slide underneath the couch and you can still utilize the table. Now obviously, because I don't want to put that together on the video because I want to stain it first after I drill these particular holes, I'm going to demonstrate with much smaller version and only a couple pieces. What the Kreg Jig does is it enables two pieces obviously to go together with a screw. However, it pulls it much tighter, as you'll see as we get into the demonstration. Now I'd like to ask your forgiveness for the dizziness. However, I don't know how to cut and paste all the video stuff yet, and so we're just going to move the camera. So here we go. Don't get dizzy. Alright, now as you'll notice, the Kreg Jig that I have has 3 holes. Now they come in a couple of different varieties. They've actually got one with a single hole where this piece comes out, and it's a single piece so that you get to mount it to the piece of wood that you're going to work on and drill the holes that way. Now what this does is it drills pocket holes, much like these are right here, and it drills them at an angle so that you can put a special screw in that acts kind of like a washer and screw combination, and then pulls it real tight together. It comes with a drill bit that has an adjustable piece on it, and then if you can look real close, you can see here is the locations where you wanted to adjust it. Currently we have it set to 5/8 of an inch for our particular drill, and it comes with a bit. It's actually a longer bit, but it goes with the special screws, which we'll show you here in a moment. Now the particular one that I bought is a full-on box piece where you get to clamp the wood directly onto it, much like so. And then it clicks it in place so it holds it solid while you're drilling. This piece is completely adjustable, and you'll notice over here is different locations where the different height. Now we have ours currently set to 7/8, and it's really easy to adjust. You turn this knob and it will loosen up out of those holes that you see there, and you can slide it up and down so that you can go the correct depth for your particular installation. And we have ours set for 7/8 and a 5/8 depth drill. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set you down. There you go, and I'll talk, but what we got to do first is I want to show you the screws. The special screw looks like this. See how it's got this washer piece kind of put on the end, and it's got a special bit, and Kreg makes this special, and it's Kreg. It's a really good system. And then what you do is obviously you need a drill, much like this one, and we're going to take and I'm going to connect the drill bit to it. I already know I'm on the right size, and then I'm going to plug in my cord so that we have power, because you know, electrical power drills, and I'll be putting on safety glasses because safety first and all. So we're going to take and move the drill so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to take this particular piece, we're going to bolt it in, and we're going to drill multiple holes. I'm going to try to back you up a little bit so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. Once again, I apologize for the dizziness, but it's real simple. If those holes I showed you in the top, all you do is drill your hole, and then we're going to do 4 holes in this one to get it to go right, and we're going to brace this one again, and then need to change bits on the drill to give us this bit so that we can screw the screws in. You'll have to give me a moment. This isn't exactly an exact science, but it does have, and we don't need the jig anymore. So I'm going to move the jig out of the way, which requires me to unclamp it from my table here. That I built with the Kreg Jig, I might add. We'll move it over here so you guys don't have to see it or the clamp. And then we'll bring the pieces over. Now you'll notice that it made 4 holes and it drilled them at an angle just like we discussed. And what we want to do is we want to drill it to these 2 pieces here. Now to do that though, we're going to need another clamp. I have another clamp here. See? And I'm going to take and set the clamp almost ready to go. And then I'm going to get some glue, because glue helps keep the wood from creaking or moving later. The big important part is the screw. However, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of glue to help us out for the squeakage. And then we'll just match it together with the clamp. And then you'll notice that and then you take the screw, and this really is super simple. Once you get it in there, all you do is drill it in. And then once again, and then because we want to be on both sides, we're going to take and open up the clamp a little bit more. Grab my cloth to get this glue up. It's okay, it's just a table. And then we'll do this one more time and I'll show you how well it worked. Try to get you a little better view of it. I'm not doing this as perfect as I would if I was building the table, but just trying to demonstrate the use of the tool. This isn't as easy as I had anticipated it would be. I made this too close together. It's good to know for when I go to build this table. Hopefully I'll have that set up when I go to build the table, so better. That's good to know. Alright, so what you'll notice is the screws fit nice and snug into these holes here, but these are the ones I drilled second, and I didn't have enough of an angle onto them, but you'll notice that they just slide right into the hole. Now they make this other product called a pocket hole plug, because they're pocket hole that you're making, and they slide into the hole just like so if I wanted to cover that hole, okay? Which is kind of nice, especially when you're building the furniture. So I made these other holes, and I'm going to try to set this up so you can see how this fits together easily. Let me set it up as best I can here. Get my clamp. Clamp it down so it doesn't move on me while I'm working here. And then I'm going to move you again. You ready? And we're going to try to set you up so you can see how it pulls it in. Oops. There we go. You'll see how I got a gap here, and what's going to happen when we put this in is it's going to pull it down. You see how it sucked it down a little bit? Pretty handy. And then we'll do another one just so you can see. We'll pull it over here. You can see that it's pulled it upwards. a little bit off this table here, see? Right here, that gap. And we'll go the opposite side. And you fell. That wasn't good. But you'll notice that the gap is gone. Now we're going to move you one more time so I can talk to you and you can see me. Alright. Perfect. Alright, to review, we went over something called a Kreg Jig. And I used up a couple of my screws, but it's okay. The Kreg Jig, this is the one that I purchased. Now like I said, there's a couple different types. It's got different number of holes in it, but they all make that pocket hole for the screw so that it pulls it in together, and you can hide the screw later. So it makes a nice clean finish. Carpenters have been using this to build houses in places like your risers for your, that's the very front kick board basically for your stairs. That's called a riser. That riser, they've been putting them together, putting the plate on the top of that riser like that with these type of screws for years. I really like the Kreg system. It's helped me build a wall over here that's got screen on it. It's helped me build this table that I've been working on, my workbench. It's helped me build, it's getting ready to help me build this table. It's coming real handy over the course of time that I've owned it. And it's probably the one that is worth every penny I've paid so far. And that concludes today's demonstration. Thank you.